Take a listen to my interview with him.
He had just said that Noah was in an accident, and so I thought he was in the hospital, you know, and so I come by and I pick up my dad, and we start driving down there, and it's only a 30-minute drive from Comanche, but that drive felt like 2 hours just sitting in silence. And then we show up, and Jack and Caleb and the Jefferson County Sheriff was there, and Noah was covered up on the side of the road with the tarp, and it was just kind of a good 10 minutes just staring at fields, just and a loss of words, you know. When we show up there, everything's going through our minds of what in the world could, because it doesn't look like a hit and run sort of situation, you know. And some weeks go by, and we, you know, they finally rule out the hit and run, and that 4-day party turned into something awful that happened within just a short hour time span for him. I believe this is his tooth right here. His pants were folded up on that square mark.
His pants were there. His tooth was right there in that circle?
I believe so, yeah. And his body was here. And he was in the fetal position, facing that way. And his body was covered up with a tarp or a blanket type of thing. And as you're looking at it, you can see blood seeping through the covering and onto the ground. As I'm looking at it, it just seems weird. The placement of the body, the tooth, the shorts, where they're at, doesn't look like a hit and run. Not that I've been aware of.
And have you ever heard them say foul play is suspected?
I've heard suspected of foul play, suspicious death. And again, they don't tell me everything because they don't want to ruin the investigation. But they said that they've got a couple of people in mind on the situation, and that they're really looking in on them. So,
are you able to tell me who those people are?
They haven't told me.
But they have said that they have a few people in mind.
Yeah.
Interesting. Somebody's got to know something.
Somebody's got to know something. You know, if there's 40 people standing around and someone, you know, walks off, somebody knows about it. So if 40 people are standing around and somebody gets into a fight, somebody knows about it, you know. And with how close everyone is, with how many pictures are taken on Snapchat, you think that something has to turn up. Somebody has to know something and just doesn't want to say it.
And has law enforcement been pretty open with you about the things that you're hearing or what they are investigating?
Somewhat, you know. They're willing to talk about certain things, but then there's some things that's like they don't want to say too much because what if it messes up with the investigation, you know? And so there's a lot of areas that we're still in the dark about, that they know more about, and I'm hoping that they know more about the situation. That's kind of their job, and the only way we're going to get through this thing is if we're still hopeful.
Do you have any message for law enforcement or anything that you want them to know about how you're feeling or this lack of information that you're getting?
I get it. I get it that you want to protect the investigation. I get it that you want to protect the case so that way it's carried out. But quite frankly, 7 months is too long. I just hope that people see this and are able to, I don't know, just maybe it'll push someone to say something, you know, that they understand that it's being selfless. It's for someone else. It's for the true victim. If you know something, just say it. You know, it's better to say it and let the family have some sort of peace, to let Noah have some sort of peace, than to not say anything.
And so, again, it's about a push for answers from this family, but unfortunately not getting much new information from law enforcement. They tell me their information is at least 3 or 4 months old. And then earlier today, I stopped by the medical examiner's office in Oklahoma City to try to find out what's the latest there, if an autopsy has been completed yet, and when we're expecting to get that paperwork. They were really closed off to me about that, Ashleigh. They said it's just not ready yet, and you'll get it when it is.
The issue about the suspects, that you know, Noah's brother believes that there are several people that they're looking at as suspects, that's what he's been told. And I mean, at this point, they have already said if there are suspects, it's not necessarily that it was, you know, an accidental hit and run. It could be both, right? It could be a hit and run, and that's criminal too if you leave someone on the side of the road and you know about it. Is it possible it could be both, even though police have said they don't think it's a hit and run?
Well, the interesting thing when actually examining this scene and then talking to the family is that there really was not overwhelming evidence to show that it was a hit and run. I've covered so many of these auto pedestrian crashes, and you notice some things are very similar, right? There might be debris from the vehicle that struck the pedestrian, right? A headlight or different parts of the car that are on the side of the road. There was no evidence of that. And then not to mention the fact that at least one of his shoes were still on his body. That's also indicative that a car traveling this fast on this highway, I've got to say, they're at least 70, 75, 80 miles per hour. Usually everything would go flying. The teeth were so close to the body. The shorts that were off of his body were so close to the body. So there's just evidence that points that it's not a hit and run. That's at least what the law enforcement is telling the family at this point.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.